All right, well, hello and welcome back. And I know I always say it's a very brand new and very exciting episode of Video Ditch, but today it's especially the case because we don't have just one game. No, we don't just have two games. We have three games with us today with the one and only Godot Mafia here joining us today.
Yo!
Self-proclaimed.
Straight from Quebec.
Joining Sam and Nick, as always, on today's episode of Video Ditch. Nick, you want to give our guests just a wide intro treatment as
Absolutely. When it comes to games, the layman doesn't typically think about the engine. The layman typically thinks like, well, what button do I press to kill? What button do I press to jump? What button do I press to make the number go up and makes me smile? These three have understood and realized that with the power of a certain engine, you can create entire worlds that make you think a little bit when you press those buttons, when you kill those enemies, when you, dare I say, read that text. They're able to squeeze every last iota of fun and enjoyment and freakish, nightmarish hell from what you can do with Godot to make three vastly different games, which stand on their own as new experiences that will delight and amaze even the most hardened, stone-hearted gamer into realizing, well, maybe there is a reason I like this in the first place. It's like that scene in Ratatouille where the disgusting stick bug man eats the food and then he smiles for the first time in years. When you play Vitvit Driver, you remember, oh yes, I do like it, hearing the good music, and I like seeing the combos, I like doing the flips and making my car buckle back and forth. When you play Horripilant, you realize, oh yes, I do like watching the number go up, but I've never thought about why the number goes up. What is my purpose? Why am I doing this? Could there be something more? And sadly, you find out that there is, which is something I would not want to take away from anyone. You do have to put in the requisite 90 hours to figure that one out. When you play Abyss Veil, you do think, what the fuck is happening? Where am I? What's going on? I feel sick. I feel ill. This has never happened before. And then you keep playing it because you want to understand why exactly it's making you feel that way when everything else you've done before has made you glaze over and drool while your mom changes your diaper because you're completely incontinent in this late stage gaming disease you've acquired. But yes, we've got these three developers who made these three wonderful games here to talk about them and explain what exactly prompted them to do so and how they got here. So, yeah, here they are. We've got Alex Horripilant, Victoire, and Azorio here with us today to talk about why Godot, why gaming, why all of it.
What it means to be a game, truly. We have a wide spread today on today's episode, a wide range of genres. Well, kind of, yeah, it's brand new for us. We're going to keep it quick and snappy. Kind of jumping from game to game, developer to developer, artist to artist, as we explore your history and your current projects today. So I guess getting to the root of it. I don't know, Nick. Did you ask him anything while I was
No, they were like, we can't hear you. We didn't hear any of the shit you said. And I said, are you fucking kidding me? All right. And we were just, troubleshooting. I turned off random pieces of machinery in the house. Nothing that exciting.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Are we coming through? I
turned off the femur breaker, that was causing a lot of background noise.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. Well, beautiful then. Yeah, let's get right to it with
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That's great. So where do we start?
Yes.
Yeah, where do we
who are you guys? What are you guys all about? Mm-hmm. Whoever you want to start with.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
But yeah, I have the mic, right. I'm Zori. I made Abyss Veil. I started using Godot like 2 years ago, and it's been great. I still work on the same game to this day, but the first part is out on Steam right now. Yes. And right now we're in Godot Con right in Boston. It's like the second edition, and it's been very fun. There's a lot of like conference and a lot of cool devs to meet. We'll shout out a couple of devs later because we have their cards.
Yeah. Splay them out, whatever.
It's going to be a podcast of like 7-10 people that we met today that we'll shout out. And so we're all from Quebec, and we love making games, and we love music, we love good art.
Wonderful.
That's why you're here.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Who wants to go?
Sure. Hey, I'm Alexandre. I'm a graphic designer / motion designer turned game dev, apparently. I made Horripilant throughout the last year because I didn't have a job, so I was looking for a project to work on, and I did it, and it worked really well. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm doing this now. And so I think I'm going to keep working on games and making games because it's pretty cool. I got into Godot because I tried a little bit of Unity, a little bit of Unreal, never really got the hang of it. But Godot was pretty cool. GDScript is really easy to pick up, very readable, very user friendly. So I really like that about it. And yeah, we're here in beautiful Boston for GodotCon, meeting beautiful people, listening to amazing talks, having a nice time.
Hell yeah.
Is this all of your first times in Boston? Is it first time visiting, or have you been?
It's actually my second time.
Okay, right.
But it is his first time in the US, though.
Are you amazed?
And it's a lovely city. We love Boston.
I had to get my passport for this.
Thank you.
Yeah, was it worth it? Has it been worth it so far?
It arrived yesterday morning, the day we were driving up. So I had to go to Montreal, pick it up, and we drove.
Sweating
to Boston.
bullets.
But yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah.
So I'm Victor. I go by Victoire online. Victoire, I guess. I'm a 3D artist and game dev. I made a game called Vitvit Driver. I started working on Godot, using Godot last summer. So been about a year now. And I made Vitvit Driver in 7 to 8 months, to not say 6 or 7. But yeah. And it was my first project, the first one I released on Steam. And, I made a lot of friends along the way. These guys I met through this. He made the music. Like, a great part of the soundtrack is actually this guy.
I've seen that name pop
Hell
up.
yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so, that's about it. And I'm in Boston, too, as you guys can see.
Beautiful Beantown.
The beautiful hotel room.
You guys can meet Ted and Mark Wahlberg and all the other American great heroes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Truly.
We saw their
Perhaps Goodwill Hunting, yes.
Yeah.
And, I saw an endorsement for Zori's game in VIX. Is anyone else putting ads for your friends' games?
There was a Horripilant ad in Vitvit.
As well. Hell yeah.
I randomly, I needed like loading screen like phrases. I just, you know what, I'll just put games I like.
Go play Abyssvale.
Go play Abyssvale, go play Horripilant. I think 3 Verses is in there. I think Parkside is in there. I don't know. It's been a while, but yeah.
Oh, did you say Parkside?
Very cool.
Parkside.
Yes.
Wow.
My dear friend Banana Hardsoft.
Banana Hardsoft. Yeah, be hard.
Yeah.
Shout out.
He's my second
my
You
dad.
can hear me dying horrifically in that
God.
game.
He's not our dad.
Yeah.
A small world. Oh, I love. Oh, fuck yeah.
He's a great
Hell
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Big shout
My
out.
favorite
Right on.
Oceanian.
Big shout out.
Yes.
Truly.
Right.
Okay.
I think he's been
Right
working
on.
on it for like 6 years now.
Yeah,
So
it's been a while.
it's crazy.
A game to finally
Dedication.
surpass Deus Ex. About damn time.
Yeah, it's the sequel. It's the secret sequel to Deus
Yeah.
Ex. Like, we forget about Invisible
Yeah.
War. It's a true
for the
sequel.
real, ImSim heads.
The real
Exactly.
Mhm.
Speaking of,
Truly.
why exactly do you guys all like games? What caused that to happen? What was the formative moment that made you realize this is something that I don't just kind of like, this isn't a passing interest, this is something that will be a part of my life probably until I'm lowered into my grave? What was that?
For me, I think the first time I really picked up, because I used to play video games as a kid, because all my friends around my neighborhood and my parents, everybody was playing video games pretty much. Like, it was hype, like old shit like Quake, Far Cry, a lot of shooters actually. That's what got me into making Abyssville probably. But the real game that really like cemented my idea that, holy shit, video games are like crazy and artsy and all that was probably BioShock. Like, you can see with the tattoo.
Yeah.
It's like the same.
The chains. There you go.
And I think that game, when I first played, probably too young of an age to play that, but I remember just getting the rapture, the world building, the cassette. It's the first time I played a game that was more than just, oh my god, it's fun. Like, really a deep
Made you think.
experience. Yeah, it got me thinking.
First time a game does that to you. It's a powerful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
You're a kid, and it's the first time I got in front of crazy plot twists in a plot that I could actually follow. Like, there's like those girl plot twists. I know a lot of people find it corny online, but that shit like was mind blowing as a kid.
It is.
I was like, what?
Especially for that audience at that time. Actually having a story that was worth paying attention to and getting invested in is a major achievement for that era.
Yeah, exactly. What about you guys?
What other classics have we got?
Yeah, we talked about it recently, actually.
Yeah,
like
actually.
games that I don't know, like first real experiences as gamers. Mine is kind of stupid, and I'm gonna say the same. I'm gonna say the same, but it's Just Cause 3. All right, because I was a Wii gamer as a child, you know, and my first real like console that was like a real console was a PS4, and I got it with Just Cause 3, and I'm 18 years old, so I was like, I don't know, fucking 10 when I got that, and it was mind blowing. Just like being able to go anywhere and stuff. That's not something I'd been, you know, exposed to in games before. You know, coming from like
boxes.
Exactly, like the Wii and the DS and all of those, and like the VTech little child console that was made for toddlers. Yeah, exactly. So Just Cause 3 is like a shitty game. Like it story sucks. It's like it's a bad game in all, like in a lot of ways, but it's also like insanely like chaotic and explosive and in your face, and there's always something going on, and you blow up buildings. And then when I grew up, you know, I just realized, oh my god, I'll play this again. I just realized, oh my god, this map is empty. There's nothing to do here. The story's shit, and nothing is good about this game except blowing things up. But that's what, you know, got me started in this. And then I guess when I got my PC, I started going on Steam and playing indie games, and that's where it really took off, you know. But the inception point was Just Cause 3. I guess. Fair
enough,
Just Cause 3 straight to Undertale. Man, that big lightning bolt strike you on the top of the head.
I know.
For me, I've always kind of just been gaming ever since I was young. I started with like the Game Boy Advance SP, so
that was my first console.
A little older than the PS4. And then, you know, moving on to bigger consoles, the Nintendo 64 I think was a huge part of it for me. Playing Mario 64, and I don't know why, but Donkey Kong 64. I know it's not like a great game, but just like the world building, it just feels like the world is so big and vast and like fun to explore, and there's so many little things and so many different like rooms to explore, and I don't know, it's just like for the mind of a child, it's just kind of like pure candy. I love the exploration. I love like the world building, and it's nice to be able to explore and play in that world. So that's when I was kind of younger, and then obviously getting on computers a little bit later, kind of indie games and like bigger games. I think Portal 2 was like a big moment for me. Love
That's
Portal
my next
2.
tattoo.
Portal 2 is great. You know, smaller indie games like Super Meat Boy was one of the first games I got on Steam. Just I don't know. I loved exploring worlds, interacting with different mediums. It's just kind of something I picked up when I was younger, and I just kind of never stopped.
Excellent, yeah.
Outside of games, what would you say some of your biggest inspirations are? I know some of your musicians are. Do all of you produce music for your games, or is it just
this guy?
Just this guy? Okay.
Well, outside influence, that's actually a good point, because I feel like some of the best indie games I've played, usually I realize the game devs behind it, I can clearly tell they're inspired by outside source and not just like other video games.
Not just other games. Yeah,
because they really have a different kind of soul that you can only feel if you watch movies or listen to a fuck ton of music.
Yeah, living life.
Or any other medium, honestly. Books too. For me personally, it's a lot of movies. I grew up watching a lot of films. Some of my favorite. Hold on, let me pull my letterbox. My top 4 letterbox.
Oh, there you go.
Hopefully, at least one from Hong Kong.
Because I always forget about it.
So
Evil Dead.
All right,
2.
that's already the best movie ever made.
That's a good one. Yeah. All right.
Blade Runner 2049, because I love Denis Villeneuve. He's from my city.
I love that movie,
so I have to give him a shout out.
His ex-wife lives in front of my house, by the way.
Like she's homeless?
Shit,
Whoa.
Damn.
She's on the street.
Right on the curb.
You're not doing anything?
He kicked her out, man. Her life is over.
There's Cure. It's this Japanese thriller by what's his name again? I never watched it.
Oh, Kurosawa, right?
Kiyoshi
Yeah.
Kurosawa.
Yeah, the hypnotist,
Yeah, he's crazy. The other is like a troll film. It's Love on a Leash, but that doesn't count. I put that as a joke. But yeah, I grew up watching a lot of films. I still do. And also a lot of music, because I've been before being a game dev, I was also an artist, like musician and stuff. Mostly tapping in the underground rap and EDM sphere, I'd say. Maybe if y'all played Abyssville a bit, maybe you could hear some of that. Yeah, that's about it for me. I don't know how to expand on that.
For like what I do in terms of like video games, I don't think movies or books really apply there. I'm a mood type guy, so I do listen to a lot of music, especially when I'm developing, and I've been listening to a lot of music since I was a kid, you know. So, and I think the band that like really opened my mind up was Death Grips, and I always, you know, talk about Death Grips. Like, you know, being like 14 on a school bus at like 7 in the morning, just like, what is this? And like, no one understands how cool I am. And then, you know, you go to school and you get bullied. Yeah. That's a joke. I didn't get bullied, but yeah. So, it's been, so yeah, it's been following me since that. I always listen to that when I'm like dev, 3D artist, 3D modeling or whatever. Like it's like a big inspo. Just as like a energy thing, you know, not even like a, I don't know, story or whatever. Yeah, that's about it. And movies, I love movies, but you know, those don't really apply here.
Main inspiration is Avengers. Got it.
Yes.
For me, it's hard to say. I've been thinking.
Chief Keef.
No. I'd say I just like kind of being on the internet, just kind of like ingesting like the world of information and art, and just kind of seeing like other people's art. Sometimes it's just kind of like, oh, this is like a cool looking thing. Like I wonder what like a world like fully like this could be, kind of thing. I think is a cool idea, because that's partly kind of what happened with Horripilant. You know, there's the artist Plastiboo that made the Vermis books, and that was the main inspiration behind Horripilant's artistic direction. So I think things like that are a big inspiration. And I think also music is a big one. This is a deep cut, but I used to be really into Geometry Dash, and I have like 1,500 hours in that game, and I have and I was, because the main thing I was doing is creating levels, and so every time I heard like a cool song, I would like imagine like myself creating like a level that went with the song, with like a cool style and stuff. So I think just kind of like going off like one piece of media and kind of like translating it into another, or like adding a dimension to it with like, oh, music and like a visual aspect of something like a Geometry Dash level. I think that was like, that's just kind of something I do, is like I see a cool piece of art, whether it be music or like a cool drawing or a cool 3D render or whatever, and I was like, oh, this is cool, like wonder what that could look like if it was a video game,
like
or
a multimedia experience
or whatever. So I think I just kind of get inspired by other people's creativity, and it's like, oh, this is cool, like and I kind of try and extrapolate it.
Nice. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Geometry Dash. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's the way it goes. You either put 1,500 hours in Geometry Dash or 1,500 hours in TF2. It's one or the other. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Or in Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
I have both.
Oh, wow. All right.
Counter-Strike too.
Yeah, you're advanced.
Yeah.
All right. So I feel like this, we kind of touched on with this, but either individually or with the Godot Mafia as a group, what would you say is the key or the core philosophy when developing a game? Or rather, what do you think? Yes, what makes a game transcend from time waster, so you forget that you are dying, to art? What is that?
I think it's putting in enough of yourself into something that no matter how inspired you are by anything else, like you transcend it. You know, you appear in that. So like Horripilant, like you mentioned, Vermis books, the game is not like, it's not like a copy of anything, you know, it's so much more than that. And, you know, with Vitvit, I guess like Crazy Taxi, if you want to go fast, but, you know, like I put a lot more, I guess, of myself in that than like what those inspos could like transcribe in like the gameplay or like the visuals or whatever. So that's my take on it, but I don't know about you guys.
Mine's a little different. I don't know if it'll answer exactly, but with Abyss
Could
Veil,
be different.
yeah, it should be
Yeah.
different. But with Abyss
Oh,
Veil, it kind of cemented my belief in I like when art kind of captures a time frame or a specific time or an era. Like, let's say you put a game out in 2010. Well, of course, in 2030, maybe it'll be aged a little. It'll be like kind of old. But I think that's parts of the deal. And with Abyss Veil, I feel like some people like a criticism I often receive is that the Gen Z dialogue and punkish attitude of the game, it's gonna age like milk. But in my mind, it's kind of the point of art. Like, I really like it when I watch something that's old, but I can really tell, hey, it's coming from that era. That was all different, so different. We used to talk like that. We used to say this. We used to believe that. And I think it's kind of like, I think the best example would be like Borderlands. I don't know if y'all play Borderlands, but these days, like, you play Borderlands and you're like, oh my god, at 8 years old, that was the funniest shit ever, and now it's like irking your ass.
Corny.
But it's corny as shit. But I wouldn't take it any other way. You feel me? It's like the entire premise of these games. It's so 2010 and like millennial energy, and I'm like, this is kind of peak. This really captures the 2010 era in a way. And same with Life is Strange and many other games. The older Resident Evil, the older Silent Hill, Twin Peaks, Psycho in the 60s, Blade Runner in the 80s, Terminator, or like some 40s flick, like all those vampire and fucking wolf films. Like, it always captures such an era. I find it so interesting. I think, to me, that's what makes it timeless in a way, is that 50 years from now, someone's going to play your game or watch your film or watch your podcast, you know, and be like, holy shit, that was really an era, you know?
That's really how they did shit back then.
People spend time doing this.
Yeah.
Wasting their time doing this shit.
That was my take, I guess.
Yeah. They really encapsulate that moment. Exactly.
I don't have like an exact answer for this. Because to me personally, I think it's just about like making cool shit. Because like there's plenty of developers out there that are just gonna hop on trends and like try and do what's trendy to try and sell some games and stuff. And like you can do that, and like that's fine. But like you're never gonna get like something like iconic and unique from like trend chasing, you know? Like the best games ever made, in my mind, stuff like Tunic, stuff like Outer Wilds, is just kind of like games that are kind of like unique in their own way, that they just like, it's just like a developer that's like, oh yeah, I want to make this cool thing, I have this cool idea, let's just do it. And like I think it's kind of the same for me, in that I just the games that I make is just like, oh, like I'd want to play this game. I have like cool ideas for like things I'd like to be playing in. I think that's what really makes stuff special, is that like, you know, there's true passion behind it. And it's not just like trying to hop on a trend or just like making a game to make a game, which is like fine, you can do it. But what like makes a game transcend the state of just being a game into like being like a true work of art is like the passion and like the novelty and the trying new things, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's probably my answer for that.
Oh yeah.
Right, the three of you.
No worries.
And with that, I suppose, should we talk about the games that you guys are working on right now? Whoever would like to go first, I suppose we can start there. I mean, Zori's got the mic.
Yeah, he quietly lent me the mic.
Yeah, later right back to you.
I just passed it around.
Pass the blunt.
Green blood rotation, right?
But yeah, so Abyss Veil.
For those that don't know what it is, tell them what it is.
Okay, it's this absolute unemployment 2025 project I've been working on. The first part is done, and it's a blend. It's a multi-genre video game that has some visual novel segment, some first-person shooter segment inspired by Fear, if I had to put it close to something. And it also has survival horror stuff, and it's this weird blend of styles and mixed media, where there's MS Paint art of me learning to draw, and also it's kind of like a nod to the 2010s fan fiction stuff you'd find on YouTube that were poorly voice acted and stuff, kind of like neon
Oh yeah,
sugar.
like those sugar girls.
Nickel
Yeah.
Girl, like that. Yeah, Sugar Girls. That exactly. That was the inspo for the MS Paint stuff. And then the shooting part is just because I grew up playing first-person shooters. I think it's probably my favorite genre of video game. But other than that, yeah, it's a game about kids being put in a war that's been very fucking long, and they kind of put in this world, and they trying to survive, find meaning, find truth in themselves. Can they go on after a war? What they're gonna do after? And it's all these questions these characters ask throughout the game, while also going through hell, through like kind of like a suicide mission as a whole. And it goes places. It goes places. If y'all like narrative games and weird stuff, I think you're in for a ride. Definitely.
If you like Phoenix Wright, you will love Abyss Vale. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, actually, visual novel wise, like at first it wasn't a visual novel, but I remember playing a very popular visual novel called Higurashi When They Cry.
Yeah.
And that actually inspired the visual novel bits, because this is a game that changed my life.
Higurashi.
Definitely. Who next?
Yeah, so Vivid Driver 3D. I have the mic now. Vivid Driver 3D is a 3D game. About driving a little truck in different levels. It's heavily inspired by Crazy Taxi, as I said, but it's also inspired by Tony Hawk and Jet Set Radio.
I was feeling more Tony Hawk when I was playing through the demo earlier.
Yeah, like the main gameplay loop, the core gameplay loop has you pick up and drop off boxes just like you would in Crazy Taxi, pick up and drop off people. But I did not know how to model people, so it just ended up being boxes. And you do tricks on your little 3-wheeled vehicle called the Vitvit, and you have a very unique control scheme kind of made to sort of as a nod to Crazy Taxi, and also just because I like weird control schemes and stuff like Katamari Damacy or whatever. I love weird control schemes. Maybe we'll talk about that later, but yeah, it's an arcade game. There's a few levels. It's replayable-ish, but essentially once you go through all of the levels, that's pretty much it. There's no story. There's music, there's stuff, but there's no collectibles. There's some challenges, but it's a pretty simple game overall. And that was my first project. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay. For me, Horripilant is an incremental dungeon crawler, auto battler, point and click adventure set in the depths of a creepy, musty dungeon, inspired by old browser games called Candy Box, which is like this incremental ASCII like point and click adventure, auto battler, incremental adventure. Is pretty cool. Check it out if you haven't. It's free. You can play online. There's Candy Box 1 and 2. Basically you collect materials to upgrade your equipment. With that equipment, you fight enemies in the dungeon. The deeper you go in the dungeon, the more kind of adventure progression items you collect. With those, you can unlock new rooms, new puzzles, and then you can kind of do some fun meta puzzles, kind of inspired by Tunic. And then you obviously there's the whole prestige rebirth mechanic where you start over but you're stronger, so you kind of get faster and faster and deeper in the dungeon until you reach the end. Then cool stuff happens.
Before we got on the show today, Nick mentioned how many hours.
Yeah, I
put into
checked
Horripilant.
before we started recording.
I was floored.
It's 90, which probably isn't the most, but it's quite a lot.
Holy shit!
I gotta play all the games before the show starts. I can't just play half of the game.
It's funny you say that, because there's like a wide range of people playing the game. I think I could have maybe done a better job of putting guardrails around like what people should buy, but also to a certain degree, it's like a skill tree. I can't like force people to like select the right upgrades. Because if you play the game like optimally, you can beat it in like 9 hours. But some people I've seen with like 200, and I'm like, how the hell are you playing this game? How are you spending this much time?
I just really did not want to prestige. I was like, I probably don't have to do this. Fucking yeah.
It's like seeing the number go up.
So, that is pretty integral.
You should get an achievement if you play the entire game without never.
I don't know if you can.
No, I think there's no way.
It might be possible, but it take forever.
I'd have it on the second screen right now if I was doing that.
Goes, like, super crazy.
Yeah, I'm noticing. I assume it wasn't intentional, but there does seem to be a lot of interest in the blending of genres between the three of your games, and the blending of concepts for all of those. What do you think exactly prompted that? When you first started on working on these games, was the plan always to be this kind of multifaceted, multi-genre project, or did it kind of come into being as you were working on the games?
That's a good question. I think for me, just from the fact that I was inspired by Candy Box, which is naturally kind of a blend of a handful of different genres, and I kind of wanted to capture that feeling that I had playing those games. I think it came naturally for that, but I think it also comes kind of naturally from just playing a bunch of different games in a bunch of different genres and kind of being inspired by a bunch of different aspects of those respective games. But yeah, for Horripilant specifically, I don't think it was like a conscious thing, but for other games, I think if I were to make other games, then they would probably still be inspired by different genres, but I think it was more comes from a place of just kind of playing a bunch of games and being inspired.
Hell yeah. I think mine is kind of weird because the game started out as like I was finishing up college in a sound engineering program, and I wanted to like build a portfolio, but because I wanted to enter like either game dev school or the game dev industry, but like as a sound engineer or something, like as a junior. And so I decided, hey, what if I made a fake video game that's like a Cruelty Squad fan game, but with anime girls in it? And I ended up making this fake game essentially with a YouTuber that was here that I got a con. He made like a FPS guide on Udemy. It's Mrs. Is. It's the boomer shooter guide. The entire code base of Abyss Veil is his course. But essentially, it slowly built up. I kind of gave up on it after I had made all the sound design stuff I wanted to make. I put it like on the side and started like trying to find jobs. It didn't work out. So it's like a year later, near 2025, that a friend of mine had played a demo I had sent on Discord of like one level of what was soon to be called Abyss Veil. And he was like, hey, this is very solid. You should turn that into a full game. So in 2025, I decided like kind of really turn it into a full thing. And the multi-genre aspect of it really came from me being a very unskilled artist, but still wanting to learn everything and try out everything. So a lot of it is like, hey, I suck at drawing. I should put that in. Oh, hey, that would be funny to have this happening. Oh, like, you know, it built up and built up and built up and ended up being this very weird mess that's kind of like, it kind of works as a whole. It's very cohesive because I feel like the game ultimately really believes in itself enough that it's convincing as kind of like an art style as a whole. But I feel like it's kind of like an accidental a happy accident, I'd say, because, well, it fits, it works out. And the entire game feels kind of good to play because of that. So honestly, I think I ended up making accidentally a much more interesting game than if it were just like a boomer shooter by just playing a lot of stuff in it. So yeah, that's about it. I think it's a real mess.
Yeah, just like a real dream or a real nightmare.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, for Vitvit, you know, it being mixed like a driving crazy taxi game with Tony Hawk aspects. In the beginning, it was much closer, I think, in my head to like a, I guess, strand type. I don't know, like the boxes could like stack up higher and they could fall off and you'd have to pick them back up.
There, yeah.
At the time, like Easy Delivery Code came out, and I was like, if I do this, everyone's gonna think I copied it, even though I had played like 20 minutes, and like that was not the basis of the game. I wanted it to be Crazy Taxi, but I wanted to have like a more physics based approach. So I kind of removed that, and then I was left with like an empty game where you just like you'd pick up things, then you'd drive to another place and drop off things in like levels that didn't have like a story or anything else behind it. So I was like, what mechanically could I integrate in this game to make it like a bit more fun and replayable? And that was the scoring system. In the beginning, you know, it was very simple stuff, but then I added, you know, backflips because I thought that was funny and like really stupid stuff. You know, it escalated, you know, and it ended up to a point where like the car just doesn't make sense at all, and that's kind of the point of it. It's funny to look at when you see gameplay and you see like the box, like the car like flipped, but the boxes still like stay. It's like doesn't make sense, but it's like visually more interesting too. So yeah, that's about it. Like just mechanically try to make it more engaging. Ended up mixing, adding an extra thing with the Crazy Taxi thing and the Tony Hawk kind of inspired thing.
I love the reverse thing in that game.
The toggle.
Yeah, Crazy Taxi reverse thing. You have to reverse through go back.
I felt so stupid.
It's like manual transmission.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of my negative, quote unquote, like critiques of the game include like the control scheme. Why can't you just? Because in the game, how it works is you have like your gas pedal, but you don't have a backwards pedal. You're not like other car games,
to stick shift it.
Yeah, you have to press a button to toggle the reverse mode, and then the gas pedal, which is still the same trigger, now makes you go back. That was like a controller thing where I couldn't fit all of the inputs, and at the same time, it was like a thing because I love Crazy Taxi, and it's like the same thing in Crazy Taxi. You have to press a button to then use the same pedal to reverse. Because it was an arcade game and only had one pedal and like a stick and a driving wheel. So yeah, it ended up like you said, happy accidents. I feel like the game is more interesting because of that. Just having it be a normal, like a very normal control scheme, I think would have made the game a lot less interesting. At least to me, maybe some people are like rebuked by that, but I don't really care. So yeah,
Such people hate it.
It's your.
I think it's like the best part of the game is the reverse thing.
Yes.
I don't know why people hate it.
But they don't hate it.
Because they don't.
Because they're
like
bad
friction.
at games, and they should probably be killed for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Friction is the best.
No, but
Friction is great.
I tend to like react to those people by just explaining the game design decision behind it, and they just like go, "Oh yeah, all right." They don't like continue go. They just like. It like if you don't know like the whole thought process behind it, I guess it's kind of easy to assume that I'm just a dumbass. But if like when
it resembles manual transmission in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's how a car is.
Any promise for driving like that.
You don't have like two pedals, one to go back and one to go forward. So yeah, that's it for me.
It's so funny. That's awesome. All right. With all of your games, there's sort of throwback visual aesthetics. What's the appeal there for each? Zora, you kind of mentioned, you wanted to capture a very specific moment in time. And Alex, yours is, more specific inspiration with the book that you mentioned earlier. But beyond that, what are your thoughts on the appeal of retro versus like, the pursuit of ultra realism that we're facing greater games?
That's a good question. Personally, I feel like I like games more when there's like a clear art style. And I know some people are like, oh, it's PSX slop every time they see a game that has like low poly graphics. But honestly, I feel like a lot of the appeal of this genre of game, it's first for dev, it's way easier like manage, but also
there's that aspect.
I feel like the reason why an older Silent Hill game is like scarier to me is that you can barely tell what's happening, what's real. It's like so blurry and fucked up. So that's why I feel like there's like such an appeal to having a unique art style, because at the end of the day, especially for indie devs, I feel like the best thing we can do to like kind of counter the AAA, AAA realism slop is like to make games that are memorable as shit. And I feel like, no shit of AAA. I think, for example, this year I bought Resident Evil Requiem. It's a beautiful game. It's fucking amazing. It looks sick.
I really enjoyed it.
But I feel like the pursuit of realism, it's like the game takes years to make, and it's cool to have a realistic game, but at the end of the day, I'd like to have better games, So
exactly.
They cost so much to make. I feel like AAA would absolutely win if they like stop trying to like always make the coolest looking game. Like I don't even have
spent $1 million less on this game.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do there.
And I feel like it's all about it being memorable, and it's more eye catching in a way. Like a game I really like, a horror game, it's called Signalis, and it's also kind of like a multimedia thing. Like there's a lot of like anime cutscenes and stuff, and it's such a solid game artistically. and I still remember it just because of the art style. Same with like games like Hollow Knight. It's such a crazy looking game. And I'd say in the AAA, there's still Expedition 33. Like, that game looks good, and it's very memorable too. So I feel like even with realism, there are ways to make something look sick, especially with horror. But I think people should strive to get something that's memorable over just having something with high fidelity. That's my take.
I agree.
What wants next?
We should destroy all copies of Crimson Desert. I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree 1,000%. I think striving for realism makes AAA studios spend $1 trillion to develop, and then people are never happy because there's like one thing that's like not quite like interactive enough. You see it like on fucking Twitter or like Reddit or whatever. Like every time there's like a new like AAA game, they're like, oh, this flag like stops moving when I'm like this far away from it. It's like, bro, like this is not why you're playing the game.
Compare the detail from this game from 2010 to this.
Or
game
like they do comparison.
Different
like,
shit.
Oh, you can see like the peach fuzz on her on her cheeks. On her cheeks. Sorry,
that's the word.
I lost the word. It's like you don't need to strive for realism. I think having a strong artistic direction is always going to win over like super hardcore realism. You can see it with even like super old games. Well, super old, like older games. Like
I was just about to age us.
This ancient game, Resident Evil 4.
I was gonna say super old game, Portal 2.
You ever heard of Okami? Which game?
Portal 2, but it's not that old.
Portal 2. Okay.
I was just only saying shit. But
I think I was in my 20s.
Portal 2 is like what? It's like 2012, which is like what? Like 14 years old now.
Yeah, I was like 9 years old.
Yeah. And Portal 2 like still looks crazy good to this day, just because it has a really good and strong like sense of artistic direction. And it's it's not like not realistic, but it's like kind of a stylized realism. But it looks like super good to this day, just because it has like this iconic style, you know. So I think having a good visual identity that's unique is better than like anything that realism could give you. But I don't know, there's like some kind of like race to make like the craziest, most realistic game ever, and then it costs like $1 billion to do. You're gonna see it with strange. Like you're gonna see it with like GTA 6. There's probably gonna be people like complaining about like the fishes don't react if you shoot in the water or something. There's gonna be some dumb shit like that, and then it's
GTA 4 had that. What the fuck?
Yeah. What the hell?
How come I can't become obese and then people yell at me for being fat like in San Andreas? This game sucks.
San Andreas was peak.
Yeah. And it's like, I think people complaining about stuff like that are kind of like missing the point. Like, you're not playing, I guess some people play for different reasons, but like, that's not the main reason why you should be playing a video game, is just to be like as realistic as possible. Like we recreate the Matrix, like on the PS5. It's like, no, you're playing a game to have fun. It should have like good mechanics. It should have like entertaining gameplay, good story, good writing, whatever. The visuals shouldn't matter to a degree. Obviously, like if you do like programmer art, like that can be a style, but like, you know, it's not gonna be like super memorable. But just having a good sense of like artistic direction is like probably the best thing you can do for your game, to give it like some kind of uniqueness.
Yeah. And I also think that like, especially towards like more hardcore PSX style, I guess like a lot of it comes from like less is more and abstraction. You know, having less details can sometimes make you like imagine them, you know, and you don't have to like draw everything always. It doesn't have to be super good up close if you're not up close, you know, all of that. I think that games that know what they are, know what they're trying to do, know what like their art style is and what it should be and how consistent it can, you know, all of that is always like, you know, if a game doesn't need this, then it won't have this, you know. In my game, you know, like a lot of the buildings are just random building textures and like actual photos. and just plastered on a cube, and like I cut it up and I add windows and stuff. I add geometry, but you're not ever really gonna stop and look at it. And even if you do, like, I kind of like the grungy aesthetic of it. You know, it's kind of part of that. So if you need to commit to it, is what I'm gonna say. Like, if you want to make the poopiest looking game ever, then commit to it. Yeah, exactly. Commit to it, like Abyss Veil. You know, just don't half-ass it. Just like go full throttle. Like, I'm gonna make this exactly how I want it to be, and it's not gonna try to be anything it's not. So that's my answer again.
But also, not totally discredit AAA. I feel like there's still good, realistic looking game. I feel like Control, the new Control, what I've seen so far, it looks fucking sick. Ghost of Tsushima
was crazy.
Ghost of Tsushima, I think it's a game that goes for realistic style. Sorry, I'm losing my English, but it looks very good too. So, like, you know, not everything is bad. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, I think that's the point of our take overall.
Yeah, I think that if the selling point of your game is that it looks realistic, is just it's pointless. You know, it's never really gonna be
whether it
interesting.
affects your ball size.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they did that for Skyrim. Yeah. We have a lot of community questions, actually.
Wait, we can't hear you now.
Me or him?
Yeah, we can't hear
Was
you
I
guys
talking
very
too
well.
I can hear you, so I think it must be something on their end.
Oh, you couldn't hear me?
Function key.
How about now?
Oh, wait, we can't hear you now. Function key.
Oh, neither of us? Hello.
Yeah.
Am I being heard?
Yeah, we
Okay.
hear you.
Yeah, we hear
Oh,
you.
here's Sam. Okay.
Yeah, we're
Perfect.
maxed out. No, it's just the volume like just quieted down instantly. It was weird.
Weird.
I must have been speaking in too low of a tone, too sultry. of a
Sorry,
voice.
editor.
It'll be fine. Don't apologize to him. Don't humanize him.
No.
Poor
It's
guy.
fine. He likes it. Yeah. So,
All right. Well,
what are
fellas,
next? Yeah. So I know
Yeah. What's next? Or release dates?
your projects are all out in their current state. So what is next for the three of you? What do you have plans?
For me personally, is to finish Abyss Veil and move to something else. So right now, I'm like working hard on part 2. I mean, actually, I started last week to work hard, but and it's gonna conclude the story. All the questions are left unanswered, or the more like, what the fuck did all of this mean, that were left unanswered at the end of part 1 are gonna be answered. And I think it's gonna be very sick. I really want to have some voice acting this time around and better pacing. So it's gonna be probably a bit shorter, but I really want it to be perfect this time around, because I feel like part 1 was like my learning ground. There's like anything went, no cutting, no nothing, typos everywhere. I want part 2 to feel like a true sequel that had like the budget that was signed or something.
Yeah, apply that layer of polish.
Yeah,
Right on.
and after that, I wanna work with my friends. I wanna work on stuff.
Yeah.
I hope to make
Hell yeah.
music and sound design for many games. That's it for me. Who next?
Very good. Yeah.
For me, I'm still working on Horripilant. I'm working on a new Game Plus update, which will make enemies harder, give you more lore, and little sneak peek. We're doing some cool ARG shit, which I won't spoil, but we're doing cool stuff. But I'm so fucking burned out of this game. I want to move on to other projects. I'm so done with this shit.
That's valid as fuck, dude. Yeah.
Release was like absolutely crazy. I think I like couldn't sleep for a week. I slept, but like very poorly. It's just like so overwhelming. Like it drained the absolute hell out of me. It was terrible. But you know,
Real
it made
cost,
money,
yeah.
so that's cool. But no, it was just like it was very draining. You know, doing a bunch of bug fixes, kind of community management, like answering everyone, trying to keep up with like all the streamers playing it. It was just like super overwhelming. But you know, we made it out. But I'm super burned out on the game right now. But I'm doing a little something cool for the fans, because you know, people showed up. So I was like, I kind of want to do like a final thank you before moving on to other
yeah.
projects.
Last hurrah, yeah.
Yeah. And next project, I really want to make a horror dishwashing simulator game. And trying to do it with Vic. So
Oh,
we'll
hell
see how
yeah.
that goes. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So these guys are supporting their games. I haven't played Vitvit since like April 14th. I think like it's been a while, so I have not updated the game apart from like the first 2 weeks of it coming out. But I'm done with it. There's not going to be any more updates. It's a one and done thing, and it's there. If you want to play it, you can. If you want to refund it, you can. If you can refund it, you can, I guess. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of 3D work. That's the part I enjoyed the most with Vitvit, making the environments, making levels, making props, assets, whatever. I learned 3D through that game, and I like really enjoyed like level design and environmental design and all of that 3D stuff. So I've been doing just random stuff on Twitter, posting buildings. I've also been working on games, but prototypes, and I'm up to like, these guys count on me because I switch every week. But this one's the one, I swear. I've just been doing random stuff to pass the time, I guess, build up my portfolio, get more experience, and I'm hyped to work on the dishwashing game with
fantastic.
Alex.
Well, looking forward to that.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah. Hope to see a lot of concrete, a lot of strong rectangular gray surfaces.
Yes. Next up.
Be Q&A
or did you
have any last words of wisdom
the
for
words of wisdom.
prospective game devs?
What does the Mafia have to impart?
Anyone that's trying to get into this. Yeah, what's the Mafia?
Mine would be if any dev plays Abyss Veil or any future dev plays Abyss Veil, I hope it gets you to go install Godot or Unity or whatever and make something, I feel like Abyss Veil is such a showcase of someone unskilled at mostly everything except the music, and it still landed like a full game that's well liked by the people that played it. And I feel like more people should go crazy and make their dream game. Like, fuck a Pong game when you learn by making your dream game. Start off instantly.
Start with an MMO.
Yeah, start with an MMO.
It's an MMO. There you go. Right
for
there.
it.
Hate your life.
And even if you fail, you'll learn something. And you'll have something cool, and you'll have much more fun learning and working on your stuff. And if you suck at art, you think you can't do it, well, fucking do it. You can do it. I did it.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, it's really not hard. It's just a long process, but everybody should be a little crazy in their lives and go for it.
Yeah, exactly. If you're doing the same thing every day and you can't imagine waking up tomorrow, start making a video game this second.
Exactly.
And then,
not necessarily a video game, but if you want to write something or like, I don't know, make music. Like, just video game. Fucking make that money. Man. Get that bag. Put
That's
a game
what the show's all about.
Yeah.
I guess you can write something if someone adapts into a game down the line, but that's
you can write something, but you have to turn it into like a visual novel at least.
Can write code.
You have to make the next Umineko. That's it.
But go make games and don't let other devs tell you about you need to make this marketable. Do it for yourself. Have fun. Have a blast. And the fame and success will come either shortly or later or never. But who cares? At least you put something into the world that's going to be there forever and remembered by the one person that might stumble on it 10 years from now on. Right? What about you guys?
Beautifully put.
All right. If you want to make money, don't make games. But if you do want to make a game,
sage wisdom.
Start a business. Like,
yeah.
Classic.
Go do like, I don't know, do drop shipping or something.
Yeah, that.
If
go in Dubai,
exploit people.
Exploit people if you want to make money. If you want to make money, don't make games. But if you want to make games, do make games. I encourage it. Pick up a game engine. Godot's free, open source, super easy to pick up. Shout out GDScript. Just make something. Make something cool. If you've got ideas, just try it out. Have fun with it.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah, really, you can't be doing this if you're not having fun. And I'd say that like I was like the biggest win for me in terms of like what I have. Like, I put out a game. I was not expecting to make money. I got a few sales and I made a few bucks, you could say, off of Vitvit. But like the biggest thing was the connections. These guys. I knew him from before that, but like him, anyone that like now follows me on Twitter knows of me. I built up a small community. So everything outside of the game really, really worked. And so sometimes, results are not about like exactly, it's not exactly going to be what you want, but it's going to be something. And even if it's just learning, then it's going to be just learning, but it's coming. You're always going to be better, and you're always, you don't throw that out in a void and it goes nowhere and there's nothing coming out of it. There's always going to be something coming out of it. So even if it's not money, it's going to be friends. And if it's not friends, it's going to be, learning, so there's always going to be a reward if you want to put it like that, but it's not exactly going to be the one you're expecting maybe. Yeah.
From the
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. From the heart.
The one piece was the friends we made along the way, the journey.
The real friends we made along the way. Yep.
It's like one.
It's exactly like One
put,
Piece.
gentlemen. Thank you.
You go in the Grand Line, you put something out, you become king of the pirate. Shit.
He hasn't taken spills.
If
I'm
Jake
sorry,
were
guys.
here, he would.
No, don't worry. Jake's lost media at this point. It doesn't matter. Yes. And now we have our beloved community has quite a few questions for you guys.
Thank you as always, everyone, for asking questions.
Community.
Shout out, community.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to take
the first
start,
one's
Nick, or
from
shall I?
Dom. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Our last guest.
Dom's Sirocco Thugs asks.
Yeah.
He needs.
I love
he
Dom.
needs an ape car.
I love
Origin story. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, because he's Italian,
yeah,
right?
he's Italian.
Yeah. Basically, we didn't go too much in details about that, but I followed the car tutorial, and then I was like, how can I make this unique? I removed one wheel, so I had like 3 wheels, right? And at that point, I was like, I'm not gonna make a tuk-tuk game because I'm not gonna be able to model people, and I don't really have like the cultural baggage to really understand what goes like in a tuk-tuk kind of environment. So it would have been something else. So I just looked on like Pinterest and stuff, looking at like 3-wheeled vehicles, and the I think it's the Piaggio Ape, which is like kind of a small utility, like one-place vehicle. It's exactly like if you go in the Godot files, it's screenshots of that car. It's literally that. They're modified a bit, but it's literally that car. The shape is not exactly the same, but it's the same concept. That's the backstory, I guess. And since then, a lot of European people I know have told me that why is that? What is that doing there? And I was just like, yo, this is a random thing I found on Pinterest. I'm sorry, it's not some like deep
serendipitous.
It's just,
Like, listen, man, I could not give less of a
exactly.
fuck about Italy if that's what you were thinking. Okay, so that's what he meant. I had no idea when I said that clears it up for me.
Mm-hmm. Ape car is good. Ape car is good.
What was the question?
All right.
oh, you could not hear what I was saying?
No, we could.
No, we heard you. We got you. Yeah.
Oh
No, I was saying when I read it from Dom, I had no idea what the hell he was talking about.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
No,
God.
because it's a deep cut. It's a deep cut. It's a
Truly.
Italian cut.
Mm,
Culturally
the Italian, the
significant.
European cuts.
Bro, that
Yes.
went so far just for one wheel, bro.
It's got staying power.
Coming in.
Yep.
Coming in next from
Oh, good.
Goon, he asks, "When does the pain end?"
Holy shit.
I don't know.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
At some point.
Never.
At some point, never.
I feel like you just do enough shit every day, so you kind of forget about it. Sometimes, like on Wednesday, it hits. On Monday, it hits too. But on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you should have fun. All right, you shouldn't think about it. You should like go outside, go skate.
So the answer is on
Friday. Yes.
Yeah, on Friday,
Yeah.
pretty much.
The pain
If
ends
something
on
look
Yeah,
forward
shit,
to.
you could have just played Killer 7. You would have learned that chapter 1. Easy.
Oh, true. I didn't
Oh, you
play
haven't played
that.
Killer 7?
Ooh,
We'll talk about this.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
haven't
That's a
played
good one. Yeah.
Actually, I shared families with some friends in Montreal like 2 days ago before coming here, and now I have Killer 7 in my library.
yeah.
So I'm gonna get on that.
Now you
Yeah, this
have
is like
no
one of his favorite
excuse.
games.
You're ready to smile.
Yeah.
You're ready to
Oh,
smile
wonderful.
real wide.
Hell yeah, man.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
From Antoids. What is Balrog's deal? Is he a suitcase or a dog or what? I think he's talking about Balrog from Cave Story.
Holy fuck! I haven't played Cave Story.
I've never played Cave Story.
I have no idea what this is
Balrog.
about. I'm so sorry.
Who's
I know-
that?
I know it's like iconic,
I
kind
love
of
it.
like one of the
It's the
original
indie
indie
game.
games, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
the formative text.
My
Wow.
bad.
Yeah, no, Balrog.
No, that's valid. I love
You should have
that
asked a
level of
Terraria
exposure.
question. Terraria lore, I'd be good at it.
Yeah, okay, Antois, no more cave story questions. Only Terraria from now on.
Ask Terraria next time, bro.
Only ask question about the big ass eye from Terraria. All right.
Yes.
Vitvit question. What effect did making a break/reverse a toggle instead of a hold have on player experience? I think we talked about that a little bit. You said people would
Yeah, a bit. I can go on to into why I made it like a bit deeper though. There's this game called Parking Garage Rally Circuit.
Yeah.
It's made by Wallaber. He's a cool guy. And there's this drifting mechanic where when you drift, you can tilt the car to drift more inward or outward. So you control your drift basically. It's kind of cool. And so, like I said earlier, I had the tilting mechanic back from when it was more of like a strand type thing where the boxes could fall off. But it was useless because I removed that after playtesting and it sucked. So I had the tilting and I had the drifting. I was like, yo, I could do exactly what Parking Garage Rally Circuit does. When you drift, you can tilt the car to make the drift wider or shorter. And then I realized, like, if you look at a controller, basically the tilting is on the right analog. So your thumb is using the right analog. The drifting was the square button. So you can't press both of this at the same time. It wouldn't have worked. So I changed it. I put it on L2 because I'm a maniac. Then there was no reversing. So I just, yoinked the thing from Crazy Taxi. So that goes back to what I was saying earlier. The toggling to reverse is just like it complemented the drifting thing, so that you could have a button that was kind of cool to press. Like the drifting is the equivalent on the controller, symmetrical to like the gas pedal, basically. But also control the drifting and stuff. So it was kind of a headache at first, but when I got it, I thought that was satisfying.
Yes.
And I kept it because I like it.
all to bolster player experience.
Creating features to solve problems. It's beautiful.
And Horripilant's question: what are the overlords of the candy box-like genre?
Overlords.
Hold up. Sorry, can you repeat that? It kind of cut off for a sec.
What are the overlords of the candy box-like genre?
I'm not sure I understand.
So like candy box style games.
What are the best ones?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I kind of
Bucks too.
yeah. I guess like the Candy Box games. I don't think I've really seen any other games kind of do something similar. That's partly why I made Horripilant. That's because I was like, I haven't like played anything like that cool since like those games. So I think I'm gonna do it. Maybe there's something out there.
There's like
You're right.
RuneScape idle game. Maybe.
But maybe just like incremental games in general. Like what are the top,
The top incremental games. Idle games and incremental games are a little bit different now. Ever since like Nodebuster really popped off, there's a bunch of newer like shorter incrementals that are more active stuff, like Game About Feeding a Black Hole, Shell Diver, that kind of stuff. Are more kind of active, like quicker games where you just like upgrade a bunch of times and you get like super strong, versus like more like idle games, kind of like the more classic cookie clicker style stuff where it's more like you're laid back and it plays itself. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know of any other games that do it like Candy Box, which is partly why I'm in my game.
All right. So it's just Candy Box, Candy Box 2, and Horripilant. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be the new overlord.
It's got graphics that puts
All
over.
right, Sheep. There you go. Sheepover asks, who's your winner pick for Big Brother 28?
Holy shit.
You guys have been keeping up.
We haven't kept up, but we came up with a concept though.
Okay.
Oh no.
What about all right, I will answer the question by telling about our concept we've been talking about for the past week.
The worst.
No, it's the best thing. No, he does that's the best thing ever. What about like a Big Brother 28 type show, but it's a game dev house? So you have like
Sucks
a fuck ton of devs, you put like Thomas Brown,
Reality
or
TV
like
for
that in the
game
house.
devs? I would love that shit. Dude.
And
That'd
for
be
a
so
month,
funny.
and every week there's like something going out. Like there's a debuff. Like I don't know, no shower for a week.
A debuff?
No, leaving
No
the room for a
shower
week.
Nothing would change.
Like a lot of stuff like that. That would be crazy. And like the whole season would be about you cannot leave until you finish a game. If you
Until you
leave
finish
before
the
that,
game.
you're like disqualified. You get
You
out
want the
the house.
never-ending show?
Yeah,
it's
6 year
very
long
good.
season. So it's like, yeah, I'm just living at the
It's a
Big
6
Brother
live
house
stream,
developing my
24/7
game.
live stream.
Some funny
Sam,
shit.
I think we have our next Kickstarter on our hands, actually. Yeah.
I know. I think you guys just
Hey,
gave us our
we
next
can
$1 million
fund that.
idea. Yeah.
After y'all fund your
Yeah, fuck off,
documentary,
Mr. Beast. We're
we're
gonna
gonna
do
fund that.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, I think we've amassed enough
Holy
guests. You know, we've tricked enough people into thinking we're decent enough
Mhm.
folk.
Oh yeah, we know
Yeah.
enough developers
Yeah,
to try
you could
to
trick
set up.
guests. You trick guests in a house
Mhm.
with a bunch of cameras.
Yeah, come over for a live filming. We'll fly you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
out.
You guys ever see Fish
That's
Tank?
like the best concept we came up with. Holy shit! No,
That is
I'm gonna
some
write it down. I swear.
diabolical
I'm gonna do it
shit. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, that's a lot
Well,
better.
there you go, sheep. A question even
Yeah.
better. Yeah, or an answer
Imagine
even better.
it's-
legit.
All right. What's the last animal you pet, if you can recall?
In my my dog probably.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a cute dog at home. We've had him for like a year, and I pet him every day. He's like a ball of energy, but he's also very anxious, but he's very cute. His name is Leo. That was his original name. We kept it because he was used to it. Very cute. I'll send you photos
Yes,
after.
please.
Yeah. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm a cat person, so no dogs in my
Wonderful.
house. I have 3 right now. I have 4 actually. One's like older than me. But yeah, I guess my cat Bobby was the last thing I pet because that's more like my cat before I left to go get my passport and then come to Boston. So yeah,
Like the trek to America. Yeah.
exactly. The land of the free.
For me, it's probably Mimi, my beautiful cat.
Oh,
you can see right
perfect.
here.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
I wish I had mine on me.
Wow. Cat tax included,
Yeah.
as they say. Yes. I wish I had that
There you
thing
go.
on me. Very
She's
nice.
beautiful.
Thanks
She's
for that.
super sweet. She's the nicest lady out there. Her whole life revolves around sleeping on me, whether it be on my lap while I'm working at my desk or on me while I'm sleeping. She's on me
Incredible.
like 24/7, and if I leave my room for more than 1 hour, she will scream, which is a little sad, but you know, it
What more could you
happens.
ask for?
It just
I'm
means she
just
loves you
thankful,
so
I guess.
much.
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right.
On my
Oh yeah, these
Oh,
guys.
hey, there
yeah.
we go.
He's in the back there,
just chilling.
just chudding out.
Very
Big cat. She stole his bed, so he's pissed. That's me with my dog.
That was just someone's fucking. Oh no. Never mind.
Someone fucking.
All right, and then we've got the last set of questions.
we got a
Yes.
few coming in. Yeah. From the
Yes.
one buns.
Start with the Vitvit driver questions. What is your favorite obscure PSX or not racing game and why?
Anyone
I
can
mean-
answer this one.
I thought about it, but
Yeah,
like,
Victor first.
yeah, of course, Crazy Taxi. That's like kind of annoyingly what like it is inspired by.
Frame of reference, yeah.
But the thing is, like, I'm not like a car game or like a driving game guy. Like, I don't really care about driving games, racing games. Like, I picked an idea because I thought the concept was fun, and I went along with it. So yeah, if you count Katamari Damacy, you know, you
Yes.
control the thing and it goes fast. I don't know, but that and Crazy Taxi. It's not obscure. Like I'm not like I said, I'm not tapped into like
That
racing games.
genre. Yeah. Fair
I'm
enough.
sorry,
That's
but
fine.
yeah, those
I
I'd
agree.
say.
Katamari
are-
Damacy
are-
over Gran Turismo. I think that's totally fine. I agree.
Yes.
All right,
Oh,
Abyss Veil.
Oh shit.
Making a game, mashing up 3D and traditional sprite work animation is a choice that many developers in the modern era shy away from. What drove this decision, and what benefits might others be missing out on by ignoring it?
I think I kind of answered that earlier,
Yeah.
but I feel like what drove it is just me wanting to like take many influences from a bit of everywhere, and I love multimedia stuff in general. That's always something I was kind of drawn by whenever I see a film or a game that has that kind of stuff. It's like so intriguing. And I feel like honestly, my decision to do that mostly comes from like me being inexperienced, so I wanted to learn a bunch of things at the same time. But I feel like if you're making a narrative game or something like you really want it to be special and a bit different, I think it's kind of like an easy way out to like make something really cool and memorable and like hard hitting. But yeah, I just think it's just another interesting direction you can take a game. There's like 100 different, but that's just one I took. And for other devs, maybe they just had a different vision, but there's still a lot of mixed media stuff that has been coming out lately. Thinking about, does Who's Lilac count?
Yeah, I would say so.
I guess.
Which one?
Who's
Like,
Lila?
It's very it's a blend of like 2D
Yes.
and 3D.
Yeah.
It's a face
And there's
Yeah.
also that game that was banned off Steam, Val Exhumed.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you explore a computer, and there's a lot of like real but acted images you can find on it. It's also something I found cool. And the other day you played a game,
Which one?
the one on the computer and stuff with a lot of videos and websites and stuff. What was it?
Lost Wiki Korskova.
Yeah, I think that too could count. It's like there were a lot of like real images and text. It's like you explore a bunch of websites and there's
Yeah, basically you're like on a it's like Obra Dinn, but instead of like scouring like memories on a ship, it's like you're running through like Wikipedia pages of like a small town, and you're kind of solving like kind of like a creepy mystery of like disappearances and people dying and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that's just one of the many direction you can take a game, and I think that's very interesting when people do it well. So do it. If you're a dev, do it.
Mixed media is the way to go. Yeah, have some construction paper, have something. And for Horripilant's audio is incredibly minimal. Did that emerge accidentally and just kind of seem to fit, or were there previous attempts at other iterations with more sound that were scaled back?
No, I think I gotta shout out Marlon, my beautiful, amazing, wonderful composer. He worked on the soundtrack and did the sound design for the game. I think while the game has like it's kind of like pretty chill, I think a big part of like the solace kind of shines through, especially when you're in your camp. You've got kind of like long moments of silence interrupted by like little handful of chords that sound like very melancholic, and it was a deliberate choice to like not overload the player with like kind of like stimulation all the time, but just kind of make the player feel that solace and that kind of misery while you're kind of like this like decrepit knight in like this super grungy, disgusting dungeon. Like there's not much hope for you left down there. So yeah, that was kind of the idea. And then obviously there's like interesting like crunchy bit crushed sound effects for like all the little interactions you do, but yeah, it was like a deliberate decision to kind of make you feel that solace and that solitude.
Last question is for everybody. Yes, it's safe to say each of these games is in some way a funhouse mirror of our own world. What do you think was a real moment when you said, I want to do something a little bit more than what I've seen before?
That's a good question.
That's a good one. Yeah, something to think about.
That's a great. No, I don't know. I feel like I just like I'm still getting my driver's license. Actually, like I can't like drive alone right now, and it's it's in Quebec, so it's different laws and stuff. But driving is very boring in general. You know, there's not much to do. It's kind of it's I don't know. And I'm not saying that like the fact that driving is boring inspired me to make a game where driving is like stupid and goofy and whatever.
Like gamify it or whatever.
Yes, exactly. You can drink beer, non-alcoholic beer, by the way, in the game. That's why like, the screen goes all woozy and stuff. Yeah, I wasn't 18 yet when. Yeah, exactly when I added that. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like just having a fantasy of like I don't know, just taking a car and doing random tricks and like just ramming into stuff and like jumping off of gates and whatnot, ramps it's something that's always it's timeless, you know, and no matter what game, it's always going to be something that's fun to interact with in at least some type of way, you know, and at least for a while, you know, before it gets boring. So that's my answer. I'd say that like just the pure fantasy is something that, you know, inspired me and
really inspired you.
I iterated upon that, made it as 10 times much more goofy than it needs to be, and yeah, that's what's in the game right now.
Beautiful.
For me, I think with Abyss Veil, it's mostly just the idea of making a weird game. Like honestly, who the fuck thought of like an FPS with a visual novel? Like that shit doesn't work together. It's like two genres that hate each other's. And I just decided to go wham and put both in it.
Yeah, like Neon White.
Yeah.
I love
yeah,
Neon White.
Neon White did that. True. That's true. Shout out Neon White. But I just think kind of goes back to the mixed media thing. I think mixed genre games are very cool. I think with Horripilant too, the fact that you made like an incremental game, but also there's this whole Tunic like puzzle to it. I just think it makes games much more interesting and surprising for the right people who are curious about it. And I think with Abyssville, it's really gonna be, it's like two type of audiences that don't really play one or the other. But the few people that took the landing with it and finished it, they really liked it. So I feel like I still did something special that wasn't done before.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about it for me. What about you, bro?
So if I understand the question correctly, you're asking about what kind of in our game kind of is a reflection of our inspiration in our lives, right?
Yes.
I think something that's kind of like not necessarily done on purpose, but kind of like works beautifully, I think, with Horripilant. I think there's this kind of like monotony of like repetitive work and kind of being stuck in a cycle that kind of like is visible throughout the game and throughout like whatever incremental game you play. But I think in this case, you know, the desolate kind of like endless kind of murdering of like thousands of fucking monsters and like collecting materials is just this kind of like Sisyphean task.
The grind.
You know, yeah, the grind, the daily grind. If you look online, there's an interview of me with Baron from Level 1 Gaming. Sorry, I said that weird. And he was a really cool guy and big fan of the game. And I think it hit him really hard, like the ending which I won't spoil for Horripilant. The way he was talking to me about it, it was like, you know, kind of like just kind of working day in, day out, and you know, the cycle and making him wonder kind of like, oh, why do we, you know? So I think like unconsciously that's kind of what the game being ended up being about, you know?
Yeah. Very nice. Thank you for those answers.
No,
Nick, do you have a fan running right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that?
But the sound of something start kind of.
Oh. Yeah, there's like some crazy
Yeah, we can't hear you
Yeah,
anymore.
you're
It's
getting
just a
back.
fan.
What about now?
Maybe your
unfortunate too. You're really bringing it home right
Okay.
there at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I think that was the CIA.
They're constantly trying to silence
I know,
us.
yeah,
Fucked
they-
up. I'm
Your
proud
house
of
is
it.
not like top wired.
Oh, great.
Oh, your mic sounds really fucked right now.
Yeah, you're like in a echoey, like
Now
a
you're
metallic thing.
What about now?
Yeah, it's like vibrating.
Okay.
how about
Okay,
My
now it's
God.
good.
Oh,
that's
perfect.
crisp? There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Journey. That's
They
broadcasting,
don't want us
baby.
to bring games
Yeah,
to the people.
DIY
They want to keep us
broadcasting.
down, man.
DIY, as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want us
Let's,
telling.
you guys
the
said you had a
truth.
billion business cards, roughly. Is that true? If you want to, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, before we close
Yeah,
out,
all
we're in
that.
the plug section of today's show. Here we
Yeah,
go.
we're gonna
Who we
plug a bunch
shouting
of
out today?
devs we met that were very cool. Big
There we go.
Quill Games.
Supercut. There we go.
Only cool
He
games.
was
are
very
nice.
chill guy. What's that? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Reclaimer.
chill or unchill.
I think you guys would like this, and the
No,
dev we
appreciate
talked to was very
Yeah.
interesting.
Thief hands.
Yeah, you can scan it here. That was a very cool game.
Thief hand.
Like an FPS.
Okay.
Kind of really
Yeah, it's a weird FPS that's kind of goofy, but also has like this Half-Life type world building. Kind of reminded me of Lane,
Okay.
and that was very cool.
Okay.
There's also Ideo Ame game probably.
Yeah, those.
Okay.
I don't remember the name of the game. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the game, but it was like a
Apocalypse
very cool.
Approaches.
Apocalypse Approaches.
Yeah, Apocalypse
Apocalypse
Approaches. And
There we go.
Roguelike with like time.
Yeah, that was very sick. And the lady I talked to was very sweet, and she was like writing the world building of that game and stuff. And it's a very interesting like roguelike game. It's like there's like a time stuff, and you have like limited time because if the timer goes to 0, it's like the end of the world and everything dies.
Timer is also your health bar.
But it's pretty much your
Okay.
health bar. It's very interesting. It was very fun.
Yeah.
And there are also
Dice
bits we
Gun
tried.
Commando?
Wait, what was the name?
Dice Gun
Dice Gun
Commando.
Dice Gun Commando. Yeah, it's a survivor game. Pretty cool.
Hey.
It comes out this
Mhm.
Friday, if
Yeah,
I'm not mistaken.
comes out this
so,
Friday.
like the 30th, maybe.
It's a bullet heaven type thing.
Yeah, it was pretty lit.
I have a question for Mike Klubnicka. What was this doing in our bags? What was this doing in our goodie bags?
Oh shit.
Machine Party
Machine
promo.
Party.
No, I'm
There you
kidding. I love.
Oh
I
yeah.
love-
We should honestly that
And
comes
I'm
out
like,
as a little game night or
yeah, we
something.
aware of that
And
one.
everyone's invited. Yeah.
We gotta play it, yeah,
I
totally.
want to play.
I
it
hope-
really bad.
I just hope it's fun.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Dying for
Very
a Party
nice.
type game. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no way it's not fun.
There's no way.
It's gonna be kind of peak.
If it's not fun, your friends aren't fun.
Friend
Exactly.
Yeah.
Blame it on them.
Yeah, that's
All
it.
right, fellas. Well, that's bringing us to the end of today's episode. Where can viewers and listeners find your games? Or yourselves, actually.
You can find Abyssvale on Steam, and I'm on Twitter at Zorio7 or Instagram Zorio_. I'm also often on Discord. You can find me around. If you see me, come say hi. I'm very chill. If you need music or sound design for your games, call me up. I'm very cool. I can do it for free if you're broke. I don't care. Punk shit.
Wow. He loves it. And for the love of the game.
For the love.
Yeah. Vivid Driver 3D on Steam. There's a demo too. If you're not sure you want to buy it, you can play the demo. It's got like, I think, the first 2 levels. If not, I'm always sort of on Twitter at VicPware, VICPWARE, which is how you would say Victoire in French, you know. But whatever. Yeah, I'm always on there. I'm a big Twitter guy. Where the cool people hang out and also the not so cool people. But like game dev stuff is nice on Twitter. It's like one of the only nice things about that place.
Yeah. You can find Horripilant on Steam. It's HORRIPILANT. There's a free demo which the progression feeds into the full game. So if you're not sure if you're into the game, you can just try out the demo, and if you like it, then you won't have lost any time. You can just pick up where you left off from the demo. So that's fun. You can join the Discord if you want to stay up to date. Just discord.gd/pagame, PASJGame. And you can follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky, at Pagame. I think it's Pagame Studio on Twitter, and pagame.ca on Blue Sky. And if you want my more personal kind of shitpost account, it's at TrazOxTP. I gotta put those numbers up. I gotta catch back up to Vic.
Gotta unleash here. Gotta go hog wild.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Take over.
As always, we'll leave all those links and our
thanks for coming
information,
on. Yeah.
down below.
Thank you for having us. You're all chill as
Yes,
fuck.
Yes.
gentlemen.
Thanks for
thank
taking
you guys
moments
for
out of
coming
your.
on. The Godot Mafia.
I understand how
truly.
vital
Yeah,
It's been a
Godot
pleasure.
Mafia.
carving out even a single
know?
second is very meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Thank
appreciate you
Thank
guys.
But yeah,
And we
thank you
hope
so
you
much.
guys enjoy the rest of your experience.
I
in
hope I
Boston.
I hope it wasn't too bad. It was our
Dare I
first
say it
interview,
was
I
good,
think.
actually.
You guys are great. You guys are great.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
Well,
Alright, but yeah, we've been Video Ditch, everybody, as always. Until next time,
Yes. Good
take
night,
care of
everyone.
yourselves and keep on gaming in the free world.
hell yeah.
Bye.
Good night.
3, 2, 1, action.
About ALOEDIGITAL. They are basically a poop terrorist. They took the fattest fucking dump in Vic's toilet. It was all clogged and smelly, and since then, we cannot look at them in the eyes. It is. Y'all should do something about them. That's all.
Yep.